Today we're going to be going ahead and installing Game Pass on the Steam Deck. Now this isn't actually going to give you Game Pass on the Steam Deck. We're going to save that for another video because that's pretty, that's really intense to actually get Game Pass for PC running on the Steam Deck. I'm not really wanting that right now, mainly because it's going to be a lot of work and it's not a perfect solution. In the meantime, we're going to go ahead and do what most people do, which is just install Xbox Cloud Gaming on the Steam Deck. And that'll give you a very large selection of games and some very popular titles. And it won't actually take up any space on, the games won't take up any space on your Steam Deck. So this is a good option if you have a smaller 64 gigabyte or so Steam Deck. Mine's got the 1 terabyte hard drive, so I don't have to worry about that. But for right now, this is a good solution just to get that massive library of games. And also what we're going to do is go ahead and put in a web browser. So first thing, let's go ahead and go to desktop mode. Okay, now we're in desktop mode. We're going to go ahead and open the store here, this little shopping bag. And now we're going to type in Edge into the search box. And now we're going to go ahead and install Microsoft Edge Standard Edition. Give that a minute. And if you're wondering why are we installing Microsoft Edge when we already have Firefox, it's because Edge has the plugins for Game Pass. And it will also be easy, as you'll see in a second, to go ahead and add it to our Steam library. So you can access the web browser directly from your main homepage. Okay, so now that we are finished downloading, we'll go ahead and close out. And then, as you can see, our Microsoft Edge web browser is actually overtaken Firefox, which I didn't want, but we'll go ahead and adjust that in a minute. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, go back to Internet, and I'm going to go ahead and right-click, right-click backwards here on which button I'm using on Edge, and then we're going to go ahead and select Add to Steam. Okay. Now before all that, before we go back to Steam, I'm going to go ahead and pull up a line of code that I have saved. And we're going to need it later. You can find this in the description. You can go ahead and pull up the video on your Steam Deck if you need to copy and paste it, or whatever you find is this is the easiest way to do that. And I finally figured out that the X button here is the button to open the keyboard. So if you haven't figured that out yet, yeah, that helps. We're going to go back to the game mode.
In your Steam Deck, in game mode, and how to use that directly. Let's jump into desk.
Okay, we're back in game mode. Now we can go and open up Library. And this is going to be the tricky part, because I've got a lot of content that's non-Steam. So Okay, so here we are on Microsoft Edge. And this is where things are going to get a little tricky and possibly confusing. Okay, so the first thing we're going to want to do when you're on the Microsoft Edge screen, don't select play to open it. Instead, we're going to go over here to properties. Okay. And here we have all of our details on it. First thing I'm going to do, because eventually I will be adding Game Pass, I'm going to change this to Xbox Cloud. We can go ahead and change that again later. Right now I just want to set it to something easy to find. And then we're going to go down here to okay, now hit enter. Oh, sorry. Get rid of the keyboard.
Close your keyboard. Trust me. And of code that you're going to add after It's okay though. Go ahead and check it. Yep, there's a space, the 2 dashes in the window. You need that. Trust me, it's going to be there. Now that that's done, we're going to open up the console. Yeah, we're going to get a little bit scary on this one, I promise. Go back to your main menu. And type in KON, because in Linux we do things that are super cool.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and open Steam now. And here we have our regular Steam interface like you'd find on a PC. Come down. Oh. You can now see Xbox Cloud here. I didn't realize you can actually just launch this like this and not go back into the interface, and that would have fixed my problem of having to sit there and type all that. But it'll be okay. We're going to do that on the next. We're going to need this for the next part anyway. Just know that that would have saved you a lot of time.
Cool. You're going to find the console. Trust me, it's going to be a little bit, because in Linux.
Now we need to be in Linux. Now we're going to go to console. You know, sometimes I like these touchpads and other times I don't. Okay, and now that console's open, we're going to try to locate the other line of code we needed.
Just the right crunch to let you pretend not to hear the doorbell.
This gut is a mess.
All the probiotic we're taking is half dead.
Don't get half dead cultures. Get Renew Life.
So you finally got your hands on a Steam Deck, and you also subscribe to Xbox Game Pass. You think to yourself, what if I can get Game Pass in my hands? Well, you can, sort of.
Okay, now all we have to do is go ahead and paste. And then we should be able to hit enter.
Do things that are paste this, got our kapow, done. Click pick. If nothing happens, you did it. Click enter, kapow, done. That's.
Go ahead and open our keyboard so we can hit. Telling you, sometimes I love these things, but sometimes I hate them. Hit enter, and that should be it.
That's it. If nothing happens, you did it. The console, and what we're going to do next is set up our controls. Hit the gear up, locking it, but it's there. You want, and then you're going to click control.
So now we can go ahead, exit out of this keyboard, and exit out of console. But we're going to still need to be on Steam right here.
Go to manage, and then you're going to click controller layout. Yep, with big head was blocked.
Okay, now we're going to go back to manage. This time we're going to go to manage though, controller layout. Past all that, you can read through it if you want.
Locking it, but it's there. You want to go up one, and it's just gamepad with joystick. We don't want that. You want to go all the way down. Well, not all the way, but pretty far down. You want to do gamepad with mouse trackpad. You still want to be able to go through. Once you've got that set, you can back out of that. Personal favorite weapon. Now, the next cool thing is we're gonna put some artwork, baby. This is one of my personal favorite.
Okay. Go ahead and select. Gamepad with mouse trackpad. That'll let you use your trackpad still in the game as a mouse. Apply. And all of our selections are set. Be sure to hit X, not A. X is what makes it change to gamepad with mouse trackpad.
And now the next cool thing, repository of you want to change inside of Steam backgrounds, icon. Go ahead and to choose from what you wanted to change the background of it, the actual icon. And but hey, now that we've got that out of the way, like I said, game mode, jump down and look. I do that, but hey, oh, the icon in big picture mode. Whatever you want it to look like, you can make it look like. In fact, there's even some NSFW stuff here as well. So head mode, going to go to library. I can't see that. Yes, check out the playlist. Play should open up need. Go ahead and sign yourself in and enjoy.
Okay, so at this point we should be pretty much done. We can go ahead and exit out of all this. Turn to game mode. Okay, now we just gotta find Edge again. Oh, almost forgetting. We changed it to Xbox Cloud. I knew I was going to do that too. Xbox Cloud. You can also go ahead, if you want to at some point, you can go back to Steam or to Linux and add in a image. That way, you know, something that looks a little bit better. Or you could actually do it from your computer, I suppose. That'd be easier than trying to do it on here. Now we're going to go ahead and launch. Hopefully we actually did this correctly, because if not, this will suck. Okay. The first time, everything loaded. Now, we're not loading.
It's audio. PC. Watching this on your still hardware just pretty.
To try to diagnose, I'm going to go back to Linux. If I had to guess, this is where I messed up, because I tried actually sitting there typing all this in. So what I think I'm going to do is sit here. Here's a quick tip. I got it working now. That was the problem. It was obviously there was a mistake somewhere in that little big string of text that I tried writing out. But you can actually just go ahead and try running it from Linux directly from Steam. That way you don't have to, go back and forth and all. But this is it working. I still haven't signed in, but you can see all the games and all here ready to go. So that's it for today. In the future at some point, I'm not saying the next video because it ain't going to be the next one. We got a bunch of stuff left to do. The next one will probably be doing capturing video footage. But at some point we will get around to the full way to play Game Pass PC games on the Steam Deck. But that's a project for another day. Thanks for watching.